It's all about the W Wednesday. We got another beautiful sunshiny day. We got another beautiful day. But like I say, today is all about the W Wednesday, where we're constantly motivating you, encouraging you to win at everything you do, win in your health, win in your marriages, win in your finances. We want you to win in everything that you do. But today we got a topic. We're talking about whey protein. I've been getting a lot of phone calls and text inboxes about whey. What is whey protein? Should I drink it? Is it good for my health? Is it going to help me lose weight? What should I do with this stuff called whey? Because it's everywhere. So I said, let's make it a topic for today. So we're going to look at whey. Should we drink it? And exactly just what is whey? So whey protein, or whey, by definition, whey is the liquid remaining after milk has been curdled and strained. Okay? It said it's a byproduct of the manufacture of cheese. So they milk the cow. If anybody been on the farm or know anything about how you make cheese, well, first of all, they milk the cow. Then they have to pasteurize it. In other words, heat it up, so-called kill all the bad bacteria and things in it. But then they have to put so-called good bacteria in it as well. Now, what happens is it has to sit for a while, or spoil, or sour, or fermentation, and it starts forming these big clumps, these big chunks. Okay, well, they take these chunks, and that's what you get when you make the cheese. Okay, you take the chunks and the curds and make the cheese, but as it's chunking up, it's still some liquid remaining. Well, that liquid that remains, that's whey. I call it waste, because technically we're trying to make cheese, so we take the chunks out, and that's what we're gonna make with the cheese. So we got all this liquid left over. Well, in times past, years ago, they wanted to know, what can we do with this stuff? What can we do with it? Well, they couldn't bury it, because as it dries up, it damages the soil. All right, they couldn't put it in the water. It's gonna mess that up. So what they do, they sell it back to us. Now keep in mind, now it has to spoil, fermentation, so of course it's gonna have a little stink. It's gonna have a little stink to it. That's why a lot of times you see your whey, you got different all type of fruity flavors. You got to put some some sugar in it, some type of sweetener in it, give it some fruity name, strawberry, vanilla, whatever way, yada yada yada, to make it taste good. But in all actuality, it's basically come from milk. We get ready to make this cheese, and what's left over, that's what we call whey. And believe it or not, whey is in dang near everything. I mean, Betty Crocker, all these different types of companies. I even looked on a bag of Doritos. How's that for health? Somebody say, you need to drink whey. Just get your bag of Doritos. Just whey in the Doritos. But listen, it's everywhere. So, like I say, just to break it down as far as what is whey, is basically that liquid that remains once they go through the process of making the cheese. They get the curds out. They use that to make cheese, and we're left with this liquid that's left over, and that's what we call whey. That's essentially what whey is. And like I say, here in America, we love cheese. We put cheese on everything. You want to make a casserole? Just take whatever you got. Take some green beans. Throw some cheese in it. Oh, that's a casserole. So we love cheese. So therefore, there's a lot of waste left over. So therefore, there's a lot of whey. Now, someone asks, well, what could be good in it? What could be bad in it? Well, you got to think, whatever goes into that cow gets into the milk. How do I know that? Because my wife had 3 babies, 3 lovely babies, might I add, my kids. Well, she breastfed, and one thing about it, whenever she would take any type of antibiotics or anything like that, she would have to stop breastfeeding our kids, because those antibiotics gets into her breast milk. Okay, now you got to keep in mind, cows are not raised like they used to. A lot of cows ain't out here eating this grass. They in the big factory eating a bunch of corn, grain, or whatever they feeding them, and they inject them with growth hormones. Because you got to think, they sell these cows by the pound. They got to get money for them. Say, let's pump them up with all kind of growth hormones, make them bigger. So guess what? Anything that goes into the cow gets into the cow's milk. I know that firsthand, because that's what happened to my wife. The doctor told, stop breastfeeding for a while. Now you still need to pump, because you don't want your milk supply to go down. You still need to pump, but throw it away. Even the doctor, throw it away. Throw that milk away because you don't want that getting into the baby. But on the flip side, on us, the cows get pumped up with all this stuff. They take the milk and give it to us. We drink the milk, but like I say, whatever gets into the cow gets into the milk. So therefore, you got all these different type of penicillin, all this type of stuff that's in that milk. Well, as we go through the process of making cheese, and cheese is just rotten milk for the most part, but that's what we call whey, that the liquid that remains. So therefore, anything that goes into the milk, into the cow, gets into the milk, and so therefore it gets into the milk. Guess what's in the whey? Hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. So to answer that question, what is whey? That's what whey is. That's the liquid that remains after that the curds have been formed. They take the curds out, and that liquid that remains, that's what we call whey. Now, the next question is, can I lose weight with whey? Can I lose some weight with it? Yes, you can. You can lose weight with whey. You really can. First of all, this is how you can lose weight with whey. Everything that you do is whey. You wake up in the morning, you drink some whey, okay? For lunch, you drink some whey, and for dinner, eat you a meal. And I promise you'll lose some weight. I tell you this, you can go on a Twinkie diet. You can eat one pack of Twinkies. I got 2 in the pack. You eat that in the morning. Let that be it. Eat another pack for lunch. Let that be it. And then eat a sensible dinner, and you'll lose weight with Twinkies and with whey. So that's how you can lose weight with it. But now, another thing, if you're gonna lose weight with it, get you a pillow and a gym bag, and you're gonna have to work out constantly. You're gonna have to stay in that gym. You're gonna have to stay in the gym if you're gonna drink whey. But you're still gonna have to cut back on certain meals. You're gonna have to replace some meals with whey if you want to lose weight. All right. Now, if you want to bulk up, of course you can get. You see bodybuilders, they get big and they get strong with drinking whey. You got to think, what is it? It's strictly, basically milk. And milk is designed to get a calf big in a matter of a year, right? So quite naturally, drinking it and eating and lifting weights, you're going to get what? You're going to get big. It is what it is. It is what it is. So yes, you can lose weight with whey, but you're going to have to replace some meals, and you're going to have to make sure you're working out. And if you want to get big, drink your whey, eat you some meals, and lift your weights. And that's how you can make this work for you. But still, you got to remember what it is. In all honesty, it's basically waste. Because we want the curds to make the cheese, but what are we going to do with this liquid? Hey, let's sell it. So it actually is waste. Now, another thing about milk, a lot of African Americans were lactose intolerant. So, but one thing about milk and whey, different things like that, it constipates us. Constipates us. Listen, how can you tell if you're constipated? How do you know if you're constipated? Okay, some say, well, I take a number 2 every day, once a day. Okay, how many times did you eat that day? Well, I ate 3 meals and a couple snacks in between, and you only had 1 bowel movement. Okay, guess what? You still got a lot of crap in you. Yeah, Americans, we're full of it. We're full of it. Listen, we're not using it as much as we should, and a lot of times it's from our diet. A lot of times you drink a lot of whey, you're going to have to do some type of cleanse to get all that out of you, because it sits in you and it forms mucus. Another thing I found out is I always wondered why when I see bodybuilders and different things like that, they got so much makeup on. Listen, a lot of makeup, because it messes up your skin because you're full of waste. It damages your skin. It damages, like I said, you're constipated. It plays effect on you. Another thing, drinking whey, you better make sure you get some type of energy drink. Listen, if you go to places that sell whey, there's going to be some energy products close by, and there's going to be some skincare products close by. Do your research. Everywhere that sells whey has some type of energy product, and it has some type of skincare product. It is what it is. So remember, If you're going to drink it, you need to have you some type of cleansing program daily. Listen, just regardless, we need to have a bowel movement. Good would be if you can have one within an hour after you eat. That'll be good. But if you eat 3 or 4 times a day, you need to eliminate at least two or three times a day. It is what it is. You got to get that stuff out of you. When we open up a bag or whatever, we don't eat the whole bag. We eat what's in the bag, and the rest we throw away. And that's what happens when you eat. Your body gets whatever it needs out of it, gets into the bloodstream. Everything else is waste, and it has to get out of you. And if it don't get out of you, that's why you got so much colon cancer is on the rise, because our colons is all jacked up because we're backed up. But like I say, if you're going to drink it, you better have some type of cleansing product going on. But listen, what's a better solution that we can do? Drink you some fresh fruit and veggie smoothies. You can't go wrong. I promise you, you can't go wrong with some kale, some spinach, some type of leafy green vegetable. Sometimes I even throw collard greens in there. With you some fresh fruit, and you drink that, and I promise you, your skin, you won't even think about an energy drink. Forget a Red Bull. You start drinking those fruit smoothies, fruit and veggie smoothies. I promise you, you won't even think about whey anymore. I promise you. And you listen, the cow, they say we got to drink milk to get calcium. A cow ain't drinking no milk. Cows don't drink milk. After the calf get a certain age, they don't drink milk no more. So where are they getting the calcium? They go into the earth. They eat the grass. They eat green stuff. And that's what we need to be putting in our body, green stuff. This is my opinion. I'm not a dietitian or nothing like that. I can't give you no type of medical advice. This is just research that I found. And why now I was drinking whey at one point. I used to go to the place that was the king of smoothies. Y'all probably know what that place is. But they had a lot of whey products, whey protein, different stuff like that. But when I learned better, I did better, and I felt a lot better. My energy level went through the roof. I'm telling you, it went through the roof. So this is a challenge for you. Like I say, what I've done, I've seen great results, and I want to pass it on to you all. If you replace your whey products and move to get your blender, get you some fresh. Listen, we're in the season now where fruit is plentiful. Fruit is plentiful right now. Get you some fruit. You can make just straight fruit, or you can make you some fruit and veggies. But if you get that, put all that together and put it in your blender. And trust me, a lot of these leafy green vegetables has protein, it has calcium, it has all the vitamins and nutrients that our body crave. Our body's not craving spoiled milk. Our body's not craving spoiled milk powder. That is not what our body wants. Listen, fresh fruits and veggies, you can't go wrong. Put it in it seasoned to taste. You can put you some strawberries, pineapples with some spinach. Throw you a banana in that thing. Oh my gosh. But listen, about the end of this video, but just remember, what is whey? Always remember, whey comes from that cow. And it comes from the process of making cheese. And the only way it can clunk up, it has to spoil. It has to ferment. So, of course, you ever seen some milk that's been heated up and let it sit for a while? It's going to have an odor. So therefore, that's why you got the big tubs of whey, and then you have to have some type of fruity banana split, banana raspberry. You got to have some type of something to make that whey enticing. But I believe we just been misled to think that our body really wants this. Who deceived us? At least I was there too. But when I learned better, I did better, and I felt better, and I want you to feel better as well. Listen, I don't have nothing to gain by this. I'm not trying to sell you no product. I'm not trying to get you to join my group. That ain't my goal. I didn't start making videos until I lost my last living parent, which was my grandma. I lost my mother at 13 days old. 13 days, never knew her. Lost my dad in 2012. I lost my grandma last year. All my parents are gone. After I lost my last parent, I started making videos because we're losing people at an alarming rate with all these different diseases, and we're being misled. Why would we continue to drink? Listen, signing out. We know what it is. Now, it's up to you. Do you still want to drink it? If you want to drink it, go ahead. You can lose weight. I told y'all you can lose weight with it. But listen, for the next 30 days, if you're drinking that stuff, whey, just for the next 30 days, and blend it up, drink it up. You can inbox me if you want to. I can give you some of my recipes. But we got to start making better decisions. We're constipated. Those leafy green vegetables, that fruit, it's going to do the job. And as you start eliminating, watch how good you move. All right, take your car. Take your car. And that pipe that come out, take a rag and stuff it up in there and see how see how good that car run when you stuff that rag up in that exhaust pipe. It ain't gonna run too good. But you pull it out of there, ooh, that sun gonna fly down the road. And that's the same thing will happen with us. That's why when you drink the stuff, you have to have some type of energy product because you gunked up. Stop it for 30 days. Don't drink none of that stuff for 30. Listen, prove me wrong. Go take you a box of Pringles. Go take a box of pancake mix. A lot of these better Crocker products out there. And look on the back. Watch you see whey. So if you're in the gym and your fitness instructor say you need to drink some whey, and you come in there with a bag of chips, and they say, what you doing with them Doritos? That's not healthy. Hey, it got whey in it. He's gonna be like, what? Man, this stuff is everywhere. Why? Because Americans, we love cheese. So there's plenty of whey, plenty of waste, and they're making money off of it, and we're drinking it up. Give me some of that. Listen, I'm out of here. Listen, stop it for about 30 days and drink you some fresh fruit and veggie smoothies. Or you can just go to the frozen food department and get you some frozen fruit. But right now, fruits are on sale. Do that for the next 30 days and just replace your whey with some fresh stuff and see how you feel. Just see how you feel. You got nothing to lose, but you got a whole lot to gain. Watch your face start clearing up. Listen, go to the gym next time you go, and all the ones that drink whey, just watch the skin. Just watch it. If it look good, ask them what they're using. You ain't even gotta ask them if they're using. Just ask them what they're using. They'll tell you, I'm using such and such. They gotta use something, and they gotta have some type of energy product. It go hand in hand. Skincare product, energy product, if you're drinking whey. It is what it is. But you start going to that fruit, drinking that water. I'm out of here, y'all. Be blessed.